So this is just going to be a little video about how to graph polynomials when it's already nice and factored for you. So if this picture seems familiar, it's because it came off the formative, and then I changed it up just a little bit, a little lower, just so you guys can see a couple of the differences. So the way that we start these problems is we know that the factored form or the parentheses are going to give us our intercepts, and so that will yield -3 and 1 and 4. So I'm just going to plot those right here. And then before I get going, I might as well just write the answers in its ordered pair form down here. So first we find the intercepts from the parentheses, and then we plot them or write them down. And you can do whatever order you want, but that's just kind of the way I go through it. And then I'm going to decide whether it's bouncing or crossing. And the way that we determine that is based off the exponents here. Not the numbers inside, but these numbers here. Like similar to what you're doing when you answer with degree. So they're all secretly like teeny tiny ones up there. And so what you're looking at always with exponents is you're always deciding if the exponents are odd or even. So exponents, we only care about whether they're odd or even. So since this -3 has a 1 attached to it and 1 is an odd number, I know at -3 we're going to be crossing. So odds help us cross, and evens tell us to bounce. And so if you look at the exponents of all of these, they are all ones. Ones are all odd numbers, so I know that at all of these points, we're going to continue to cross, cross, cross at each of those. Okay? So I'll do an example when they're bouncing as well, but that's the one that you're supposed to do for this. Okay? Then I'm going to answer the degree and the coefficient. So the leading coefficient is just the number out in front. So the number out in front, lead like leader. Coefficient is the number in front, so that -1/2 is what we see. And then the degree is just what happens when you add up the exponents, all of them. The degree is the whole thing, 1, 2, 3. And what we care about here is whether it's even or odd, and what we care about here is whether it's negative or positive. Remember, the exponents, we only care about if they're odd or even, and the numbers in front are positive or negative. So, since the degree is odd, odds tell us that the arrows face opposite ways. So remember, we have a situation that could look like this. We're either in green, where you start high and come down, or we're in like a purple that starts low and comes up. And so these arrows face opposite, and these arrows face opposite, and I just need to know whether I should leave the green ones in or the purple ones in, and that depends on this sign. So since the leading coefficient is negative, that tells me that I'm going to start high and come down. So this is a green situation, not a purple. All right, so once I have all those arrows established, I'm just going to move them around a little bit so that I give myself a little more space. Odds face opposite. Odd negatives start high and come down. And then I'm just going to follow my instructions. I'm going to cross through -3. Go through, then I'm going to get to this 1. I'm going to cross at 1, so cross means go through, so pass through that point. Then I'm going to get to this point here. Hopefully I'm going to cross through, but let me just double check. Yeah, at 4, I'm supposed to go through. Cross means to go through. I'm just going to connect my arrows, and that's what the pretty little picture should look like. These questions are about if you look left and right, which way are the arrows facing? So this suggests for me to look left because of that minus sign. And if I look left, the arrow is facing up, and I write up with an infinity. This suggests to look right, and if I look right, the arrow is facing down, and the way that we write down is -infinity. Okay, so I've answered pretty much every question except for the y-intercept. And the y-intercept, you just replace all your x's with 0. So I'm going to go to this equation, and I'm going to replace every x that I see. You can keep the little ones in there if that makes you more comfortable. And then I'm going to plot that whole thing in Desmos. Not sure if I can split screen here. Sometimes it's annoying to do that. So I think it's -1/2. and then 3 x's with a 1 there. Oops. Now I just need to find the numbers. So I'll pull up Notability. Hopefully you guys are still able to see my screen. So 0 plus 3, -1, and -4. So every time I pull up the Notability screen, it hides some of my components there. So yeah, so I can't do that. So 3, -1, -4. 3, -1, 3, -1, -4. So if I do that, oops, I should put these in as zeros. There we go. So it tells me that the final outcome is -6. So when I plug all those things in and I get -6, I get -6. So I'm going to write that as 0, -6, which makes sense because that could be 0, -6. Okay, so hopefully that helps you with a little bit with this one. We'll go a little bit faster through this one. If you notice, it's the exact same things. It's -3, 0, 1, 0, and 4, 0. So I'll plot the same dots, 4, 1, -3. This time, all the exponents are even. So that means even exponents, and at evens, we all bounce, bounce, bounce. So we're going to bounce through all those points. The degree is now 2 plus 4 plus 6. So sorry, 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6, which is even. Evens tell me I face the same way. The leading coefficient still -1/2. It's negative, and that means they're going to be both facing down. So remember, even situations could be this pink situation where they're facing the same way up, or they could both be facing same way down. So because this is a 6, I know the arrows are pointing in the same way, but it doesn't tell me that is it the same up or the same down direction. And that's where that -1/2 comes in. That helps me figure out that it's not same up, it's same down. If this was a positive 1/2, I would have left pink and erased the black ones. But even is same. Same means same up or down, so negative is down. So now I'm just going to follow the instructions. I've graphed everything, put in my arrows, and now I'm going to bounce all of these points. I'm just going to move this arrow a little bit over. I'm going to bounce. So bounce is the opposite of going through. So if it's bouncing, it's not going through this point like I could do here. It's just bouncing off of that, kind of like throwing a ball at a wall. Bouncing, comes down. I don't care how low you go, but it's got to get to that point eventually. And remember, at that point, we're not going through any of these. We're bouncing. So returning where you came from, then back up to this point, and another bounce, which makes sense because if I went through, I wouldn't match the arrow that I know is supposed to be there, which is facing down. So return, I'll bounce off that wall. And that's the pretty little picture. And again, we're going to answer these questions. If we look left, it's this, it's facing down. If we look to the right, it's also facing down. And so these are my 2 responses. So see a little bit different this one. There's still an element of things going down further, but these face opposites because, again, the degree was 3. These face the same way because the degree was 6. All right, let's do one more. That y-intercept, change the color a little here. Remember, the y-intercept, you just replace the x with zeros. So if I replace all of my x's with zeros, I get negative. Actually, I'll just simplify that all on Desmos. Can I do Desmos again? Yes. Oh, I like when it's already plugged in. So 0 plus 3. Oh, something I forgot in here was my little 2's. So 0 plus 3 squared. 0 minus 1 squared. So I'm just going to add in the exponents. Teeny tiny 2's there. And the response from Desmos is negative 72. So that's my answer there. And it looks like that could work. That could be negative 72. There's no scale on this y-axis, so that's fine. No big deal. As long as it's negative, because negative y-intercept has to go with a negative actual value. Okay, so again, in general, we need the degree and the leading coefficient for the arrows, and we need the tiny little exponents to determine bouncing or crossing. The numbers inside the parentheses tell us the intercepts. And so if you can make a pretty little picture out of it, you can get majority of these questions correct with the exception of the y-intercept, which you just get by replacing x with 0. Okay, hope that helps.